Well, good morning and welcome to Coffee and Craps with John. I just saw most of you out there in the garage during my daily paycheck show, which didn't go quite so well today. We lost a little bit of money on some amazing rolls. I mean, how frustrating is that when you go to the casino and there's good rolls happening and you're not cashing in? I think today was literally the poster child for that, right? I'll show you some of the rolls that I just logged them out that we had this morning. Really solid rolls today. No money to show for it. In fact, we lost $1,000 with an SRR of 7.7 or something like that. It's crazy, right? But again, I think it's good to see how strategies play out. So let's go back. Let's go talk about our regular stuff. And then I want to dive in a little bit to the numbers today on the fly. So forgive me for being a little bit weird with the math, but I want to dive in and take a look at how we did. So let's go ahead and switch over here and just go over our regular morning stuff, right? First of all, the Battle Royale last night, boy, oh boy, that was a tough one, man. A lot of things came out of that, by the way, and we should probably talk about that. So I'm gonna try something here. I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can. Let's dig in a little bit here. The Battle Royale last night, first of all, Chiro fell victim to one of the rules. So that thing is regular craps all the way through except for one exception. Well, there's two exceptions. One exception is the goal of the night is to play a certain way. Like we want them to play all light, all dark, all hybrid, whatever, because we're trying to prove who has the best overall craps mind. Not who can read the table tonight, but who has the best way of playing right side, dark side, whatever. So last night, one of the rules was you have to go all in. You have to dump your rack for one roll. At least one time you got to be all in with everything. Well, Chiro did it and got the 7. And he went all in on one roll and there's a 7 and his heart sinks and the whole thing goes away. And that's how it ended. It ends in like 6 rolls last night. He got bit by that rule. Now the question came up and here's the question we have, right? So first of all, one is the all in, right? I'm going to just write this down. All in, question marks. Would you please write back in chat right now, do you like the all-in rule or not? Okay, it's fun, right? And there's a little bit of sweating in there when it happens. Last night, Chiro got bit. Did you like having the requirement to go all in? So give me a yes or no. Say all in, yes or no in the chat. So we have a sense of, do we even like that or not? Okay, as an option. The second thing that came up as a result of that was number 2, do we continue? And this was brought up by Duracell. And I think it's a great point. First of all, again, do you go all in or not? Yay or nay? Second thing is, last night in the first shooter, Chiro went all in, lost his money. Chris has got $5,700 in his rack, and Chiro's got nothing. The game is 3 shooters. Do we allow Chris to keep playing for 3 shooters and let him earn more money? In other words, increase his win percentage. Now, there's a pro and con to that, obviously, right? The winning percentage that you have after a game is your point total. So Chris was up 14% last night on his profit. He puts that at risk. He can go out there for 2 shooters and bet $5 if he wants to, right? And just save his money, which could make it boring, And then you're watching one guy play. It might be a boring watch to see that, but I think it's interesting for us to talk about. So I'm seeing don't like all in. It's fun to watch. No, somebody likes it. Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's interesting, Chris. Maybe you didn't like it in the first round, but maybe in round 3. That's interesting. That's interesting. Maybe it's round 3. That's interesting. But we got some no's. We got plenty of no's on that one. I'm not sure I love it. I think it's fun, but I don't know that I love it. And obviously, most people are saying no to the all-in rule. Look at all that. Midmo says no, of course, because he got beat yesterday by it, right? But anyway, that's the 2 things that came up. And of course, the third thing, and I will talk about this too, is Crapsy. And I know that Duracell brought that up as well, and other people have on the side, by having Crapsy be the way that we deal this thing out. And the Friday night fights too. And I get it, right? To me, there's a sense of accuracy that Crapsy would bring and a sense of speed that Crapsy brings in, right? If we're playing it on Crapsy, those 2 are playing, it's fast, it's accurate, there's no BS, you're in and you're out, right? Which is great. From the entertainer's standpoint, from this side of the camera standpoint, I like to think that we're pretty entertaining. And I like to think that watching the dealers kind of stumble and fumble is part of the mystique of this whole thing. Like, we're not professional dealers. Hearing guys put bets in and hearing dealers place the bets, I think, is interesting and fun, although it can take a long time. So there's a pro and a con to both, right? Crapsy would be accurate and fast, not nearly as engaging, right? Us dealing it is slow, sometimes plodding, but we're fun and we're funny and we're learning as we go, and it's entertaining. So again, I put it out to y'all, and I might put a couple of polls out there in Discord today to re-ask these questions, right? The all-in, the continue on, and the crapsy thing, and see where everybody lands on what do you want to see. Like, I don't know. I like seeing my friends sweat and have fun. The all-in to me is fun to watch Chiro go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, that's fun. It sucks because he lost, right? And it sucks because your game's over in one throw. But the heartbeat of that, the adrenaline rush of that moment when he is all in, it's kind of irreplaceable. And from entertainment value, it's kind of irreplaceable. So I think weigh it out. Like, what do you like to see? But also, like, put yourself in that situation, right? And how fun that is with fake money to do it. I think it's kind of interesting. I don't know. And I said the crapsy thing to me is the same thing. It's like, it does add accuracy and it makes it, quote unquote, better. But is it better if it's not as fun to watch us fumble around? I don't know. Maybe you're tired of watching me and Jeff and others fumble around as dealers, and you just want to watch the rolls. Like, that's where it comes down. Do you just want to see dice roll and get results to play along with, or do you want to see us entertain? And I don't know what the answer. I don't have an answer to that, really. I like the entertainment piece of it, but I don't have the ultimate answer there yet. So, and besides that, Crapsy's not ready. Crapsy, I wrote this last night, but in version 2, we can do it in version 2. Once Crapsy gets to version 2, we'll be able to do the 1 versus 1 on Crapsy, and we'll try it out a couple times. We'll see how it feels. But anyway, I just want to put it out there. I think those are the things that came up last night, and I want to make sure we talk about them this morning because, again, it's our group, right? It's not just the John Show. I say this all the time. It's not the John Show. It's definitely our community show. So let's get it how we want it to be, okay? I'm going to put some of your comments up here. So Duracell, the roles and personality are what you're watching for, not the fumbling. Is what we're saying, Duracell? It's like you want to see us joke around and have a good time and not fart around with chips. I get it. Maybe there's a mix. Maybe it's like you call out your bets. Hey, I'm going to get a $600, 9 and whatever, and then you're clicking your own buttons. So you still hear the bets be called out. I think is cool. I don't know. I got to see how Crapsy does the payouts. I want to see how Crapsy does the payouts to each player. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, those are things to think about. I'll put some polls out there in Discord so we can get your actual locked in numbers. Speaking of polls in Discord, we'll talk about it in a minute. I put one out there yesterday. There's not a lot of engagement on it, so I'll talk about that with you all here in a minute. Friday night fights. It should be Colonel Potter versus Ziggy. I wrote Ziggy a Slack. A Discord message this morning to check in, make sure that we're good. That should be the game Friday night. Colonel Potter versus Ziggy. Need more of you all to get signed up. So if you want to play along, please get signed in and play along. I'm looking at SJ, looking at Vince, looking at Duracell, looking at, Jen. Come on in, right? Get signed up for the Friday night fights. We need all of you all in there to keep that thing going. I think we have done 17 or 18 of them. So I'd love to have that thing go for a full year. It'd be so cool if we could do that. So get signed up and let's play. All right, daily paycheck. We'll talk about that here in a minute too. I did my second one today. Same result yesterday. We got our butts kind of handed to us. We got unlucky. Yesterday we got unlucky with a big run of 7s early that put us way behind, and we fought back, which was nice. The 4s and 10s yesterday were about even with the 7. They were, I think, 2 rolls behind. Today, the 4s and 10s actually outpaced the 7, but we never got a hard way till the very, very end. The last 2 rolls I rolled were hard 4s, complete luck, right? We earned about $2,000 in 2 rolls, total luck. Still lost money on some good rolls. So I think it's good. And again, I'll ask you all in chat again about the format of this. Let me delete that here. About the format of this. Do you like the format that I'm doing? Yes or no? Where in the format is I play a strategy the whole morning. I don't deviate, right? Full discipline, right? We're just going to play the thing the way it was written the entire time, let the dice make a decision, looking to see if a strategy can hold up against actual dice rolls. Can a strategy hold up against the human RNG versus Windcraft's RNG? That's what I'm really trying to do. And I want to get a sense myself of which ones of these things over the course of many, many, many sessions played the exact same way are more reliable and make me sweat less. That was my point. But from you, the viewer, how is that to watch? Right? I know I have to read the chats, but I'm sure in chat you are like, my God, John, get off the 4 and 10. Do something different. You have to be screaming at me to get off that strategy. Or maybe you're doing your own thing and you're off the strategy and doing some other stuff. I got to know that, right? I got to know from the viewer standpoint how that show feels right now. It's 2 days into it, really. We're going to, over time, iterate it. But if I'm going to do it every day, if I'm going to get up an hour earlier every day and do this, I want to make sure it's valuable. I want to make sure it's valuable. It'll be a given that the rolls will be tracked. You can't see them on screen right now. That says tracked, by the way. I will track them on screen when I get the new computer. Right now, I can't do it. So you'll see the rolls live instead of me doing this stupid white chip thing. That'll become more smooth as we go. But really, it's about, is it an interesting show for you? So that's my questions. That's my questions. So thanks for engaging with me this morning. I appreciate it. And thanks for putting up with the bad camera work out there in the garage and the sound and all of it. We're going to get it all taken care of, I promise. It's going to work in progress. I got some ceiling mounts coming today, actually, from Amazon. And I'll be out in the garage mounting cameras from the ceiling instead of on tripods. Right now, what you can't see is that when I'm bent over shooting and I'm betting, there's literally a camera right here. It's right over my head. And if I stand up, I'll hit it. It's like right here. And when I stand, it's the tripod's over here on this arm and the arm is over my head. So it's so uncomfortable out there to shoot right now with where the cameras are. So it's kind of a mess. I'm working on it. So anyway, all that to say, thanks for being here. Thanks for putting up with all my shit. I appreciate it. Okay, quick update here on Craps for the Cure. Feldman has not gotten back yet. I'll get it with him after the show today. He's on the case working for hotels for us and some discounts in that regard. As I said to you before, he's, in addition to being a Golden Touch teacher, which is cool because he'll be part of the show with us, he's also a casino host. So if you don't have a casino host yet, I'll make sure that you have contact information to get to him. That way he'll get you the player's card, he'll get you all the hookups with discounts and food and shows and all the other shit, even some car rides and that kind of thing. So I'll get more information for you as soon as I can from that. I'm going to put a website up probably tomorrow where you can sign up that you're coming, number one, so we know a head count. And number two, you'll have links there to get to Michael's things. So you can get registered to get the discounts that he's going to get us for the rooms and stuff like that. So, and that's it. We're going to hook up with the American Cancer Society the next week or two, make sure that all the donations are ready, and then we start doing the fun stuff, which is planning activities. So that's all happening. I said it yesterday. If you want to help, drop me an email. I should put it on here. John@procraps.net. Let me know if you want to help. And we'll start meeting next week, like a team meeting, as far as getting kind of like logistics and all that figured out. So that's it for that. All right. I'm going to revisit yesterday's topic for Daily Dose of DI. Daily Dose of DI today is the same as it was yesterday. Now, yesterday I went on kind of a rant because a user wrote this. Okay. Has it occurred to you that if you log 20,000 random chucks, you would still get the same bell curve shape as any dice set or mechanics you use? In other words, it's a big waste of time. And it kind of pissed me off. I'm still mad about this comment. But I made the comment yesterday, I'm sure I'm about random. Let's take a look at what I did. And I kind of popped off and said, I called bullshit on this whole statement. I've talked to you before about the idea of being controlled random. Today's a good day to look at this. Okay, let's go ahead of screen here. I'm going to show you some stats. This is yesterday's morning rollout. This is the 96 rolls from yesterday. Okay, a couple things to point out here. Okay, one, bad SRR, right? 565 SRR is not great. So we're below average yesterday. Okay, let's take a look at what below average SRR means when you're still doing a controlled shot, because I think that there's some interesting things in here that'll pop out to you. And this to me says what I want to say, which is You can be on the bell curve. You can be an absolutely perfect random distribution and have a controlled shot at the same time and get great results. And today's show also proves it out. Let's look at a couple of things. First of all, come out 16.67%, right? That's exactly where we should be, right? Random, perfect number of come out sevens. Our come out horns were a little less. We had less come out horns than you're expected to have. We made a lot less points than we should have. The box numbers should be about 66%. We're at 61%. So we had a few less box numbers than we should have had. We hit a lot less, 5% less horn numbers or hardways than we should have had. But the horn numbers were almost on point. So we're pretty damn close to random yesterday's rolls. Here's where the rubber hits the road, I think, though. If we look at the next screen, which is the number of rolls that were collectible. And I'm going to show you today's as well. This is pretty interesting. Okay, watch this. Watch the math here. Okay, the number of box hits per shooter. This is my favorite stat. This is the one stat right here that I think is the most valuable. This is like after you set a point, how many box numbers did you hit? How many times can the right side player collect on my roll? Okay, and what this turns out to be is 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. And if we draw an imaginary line, okay, what's the number of box hits that you care about, right? Probably here, right? If I only get 2 box hits on a shooter, then I'm probably losing money, or I'm at the very least breaking. You could even put the line here, and we may. Oh, geez, what did I do? We may even do it like here. I'm going to put the line here. Actually, I'm going to put the line right here. Let's make an imaginary line right there, and make these the numbers that we look at. And the reason for that is this. If you're going to play a go across 3 hits and out strategy, that line should be down here, right? If you're playing a normal regression strategy, skill 66 style, you need 2 hits. How many times did we get 2 hits versus nothing yesterday? So we had 4 times where we got nothing out of the roll. 0 box hits or 1 box hits. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 times where we got payments. Right? Probably 2 times where regression would have worked and made you no money. Probably 4, 5, 6, 7 times where regression worked and you collected once afterwards. Okay? That's a pretty good rate. If you look at this number, if I'm looking at this right here, whoops, let me go back to that screen again. If I'm looking from even here down, from 3 down, 3 hits or more, for me, 3 hits is always profit. That's still 2, 4, 6, 7, and 6. There's 7 down here and there's 6 up here. Okay, on the random, we're throwing this thing totally random. Like you're saying I'm random, right? I'm controlling it. But if you look ahead, our SRR was shitty. Our bell curve, look at this bell curve from yesterday. This is yesterday's bell curve. Look at that, perfect, right? We had less number of 3s than we should have had. We had more 11s than we should have. The 3s and 11s were opposites, right? We had more 11s than we should have, less 3s than we should have. Those two about equal out. We had 1 extra 12. Everything else is pretty much on point, right? We had a couple extra 9s, we had a couple extra 7s, but everything else, the 10s were a little tiny bit off, but really the 9s kind of shined yesterday, and the 4s were a little bit down. We're essentially in 100 rolls yesterday on point. That is the exact bell curve you're looking for. As a random shooter, that's almost random. Even look over here. Look over here. The box numbers. Within 1 roll, we had the expected number of box numbers. Within one roll, we had more inside numbers, right? That's almost perfect random, okay? But looking at the screen before that, right here, look at the roll distribution. This is beautiful, right? Look at all the rolls where you made money down in here, right? That's more than 50% of the rolls we made money on. And that's actually really solid. You expect on a random shooter, these numbers here, to be a little higher than that. So I'm stoked about that. That's actually really good. Look at today's numbers. Let me change screens here. Oh shit, what did I do? Let me change screens on you here for a minute. Come on. Let me go here. Hold on a second. Let's go here. And look at today's number. This is today's stat. Here's the morning roll. There's those there. By the way, my favorite thing in the whole world is the 2 hard 4s at the end. Gotta love that, right? 2 hard 4s at the end, the 8 repeated 4 times in that last roll. That's beautiful stuff. But let's take a look at some of the metrics here, and I'm gonna circle a couple things. One is gonna be this. Our come out 7s again, right where they should be, pretty much random, right? Our SRR, by the way, today, 7.25. What does a 7.25 SRR look like compared to a 5.75? We're almost a point and a half ahead of yesterday's SRR. Let's look at the differences, right? We're still below what you expect on the horns. The box number hits were right where we should have been, right? We're a little bit below on the hard ways for sure. I want to look at the charts. Let's go here to the charts, the reports. Again, here we are. Again, shorter number of sequences here, but dig this. We only had one PSO, one with no rolls. We had two where there were two, and everything else, if you're regression strategy or doing anything else, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 down here. So you're 4 to 3 on the roll count of times where you made money. And in fact, this is 6, 7, and 8 rolls in the box. 6, 7, and 8 box numbers hit. That's really good. Those are like money-making rolls. So 4 times we had 6, 7, or 8 box numbers getting hit during the roll, right? Even on this one where there's only 2 box numbers, this one over here, a regression strategist would have probably broke even on that one. That's a great set of rolls. And again, it's controlled random, because if you look at the actual bell curve up here, we're close to random. We're close. Let's look at where we are. The 5s, exactly the same. 4s, right where they should be. The 10s were a little bit off, but the 8s, right where they should be. The 6s, just one roll up. That's an 11 versus a 12. Okay. We did have extra 12s today. That was a lot. Extra 11s today. And the 3, 11, and 12 were really hot today. So our SRR was 7.5. All the extras, look at that. All the extras were over here on the 11, 12, and the 3. Only one box number, the 6, was above by even a little bit. I'm happy with this. I think that was, again, horn numbers aside, we're pretty much following that curve pretty darn close. The 7s were just a little tiny bit behind. The 7s we had 12, we should have had 14. It's only like, it wasn't, we were like ahead a lot on the 7s. But this is cool, right? 6, 7, 8 rolls, doing good, making money down here. So controlled random, to me, it's a small sample size. It's only 100 rolls. Today was only 67 rolls. But it's a thing to me. To me, it's a thing. I firmly believe that we're on track here to make this statement here not matter. We're on track to say, yeah, if I log all the rolls, it's going to be the same bell curve. But my bell curve is going to have better roll distribution than your bell curve because I'm controlling what I'm doing. That's what we're looking for. I've told you all the time, I don't want to have 2, 2, 2, 20 and have an average of 7, right? I want to have 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 5 and have that be my average of 7. I'd rather have my SRR be, or 6 rather. I'd rather have my SRR be 6, but every roll be 5 or 7, than my SRR be 6 and have a 2 and a 20 and a 3 and an 18. I'd much rather have consistency in the length. That's what I'm seeing. This morning we saw it. Yesterday we saw it. My roll length consistency, although perfectly distributed, is better. And that's the point. That's the whole reason why I practice. It's not about trying to beat the 7. It's about being consistent. And the 7, when it comes, is a surprise or it's a mistake. That's what we're looking for. Hope that makes sense. And again, whether or not I can do this, it might be a waste of time. It might be BS, but it might just be worth it anyway. We don't know. It might be worth it, or it might be BS. We're gonna find out. I'm not gonna stop rolling. I bought a freaking table to practice throwing, right? I'm not gonna not throw. I'm not gonna not do the experiment. I'm not gonna not give you the results. I'm not gonna not be transparent about it. Okay, we're gonna go at this thing hard to give you good numbers. But I'm achieving what I want to achieve. I'm at my novice state of throwing the dice. We're seeing what I want to see. So there it is. That's your daily dose of DI. We'll go through these slides here and get back into badass craps. Badass craps. Yesterday we talked about the skill and luck. I want to do the skill and luck one again today. I didn't think I gave it enough time yesterday. Let's roll it a little bit. Let's give a couple rolls on this thing. There's a poll out in the Discord for the right side badass craps moves. I think only 3 people voted so far. Get to the Discord, go to that channel, Coffee and Craps, look at the poll, vote in the poll. I may actually make a new channel just for polls because they don't get buried. And we'll see about that. I want to get your votes on the best, your favorite of the moves from the right side. My favorite, I think, I'm not sure if it's the $50 6 and 8 or if it's the $40 5 and 9. One of those two, I think, is my favorites. I like that 5 and 9, $200. That's a cool ass move. Anyway, on the dark side, we're gonna do this. Don't pass for $30. Lay the 9 for 60. We're gonna do the 2-to-1, $30. I think the $30 ratio is the right. $30 amounts are the right amount because it always makes things easy to add. Let's do that. Let's just see how that rolls out. We're gonna, again, I'm gonna track like I did this morning, wins and losses, how many times that system works for us and get a sense of it. We'll make that part of our daily paycheck someday as well. So let's go to the table. Let's go here. That should be the big table view. And hopefully we have some of this. There we go. All right. I'm going to log rolls for us here along our random roll path. Let me get my, let's get this thing up. Coffee and craps. Boy, we're up to 1,500 rolls in the morning. Isn't that amazing? Wow. This will be at 10,000 pretty soon. All right, let's go. This is the 555/skill66 whatever system. There's no name for it. Okay. Oh, by the way, Texas Dicer has sent a chip. Lovely chip. It's a nice big ass stay. He's like, hey, my chip's boring. Like, your chip ain't boring. It's a big ass Texas shaped flag all day long. I'm loving that. I love it. There it is. Texas is my adopted home. All right. I just knocked over all my chips. What a doofus. Hold on a second. I don't know how I did that, but there we go. All right. The skill protection is going to be a no 9. We're going to go $60 as a lay bet on the 9, along with $30 on the don't pass with the puck off. Here's how and we're going to use Texas Dicer's chip as our good luck charm. We'll put him on the 12. The idea here is, again, this is at risk on the come out to the 7. The 7's a bitch. We know that. The bane of the don't pass is the come out 7. This will save you from the come out 7. You're basically giving up a few shots, right? Instead of having 6 ways to lose here, you got 5 ways to lose up here. You're just shifting the risk from the 7 to the 9. That's the difference. I'm sorry, 4 ways to lose. You're gaining 2 dice combinations by grabbing the 9 as a lay. That's the good thing. So when I do this, I know that if I see a 1 or a 2 on either die, I'm not getting a 9 for sure. We're not getting a 9. You can avoid the 9 by seeing a 1 or a 2 up. Whatever. Once we get a number established, this can either come down or become your odds against that number. So it's kind of a twofold, and there's the move to me. The move to me is like, protect me against the 7, use me to beat the 7, or with the 7, right? That's kind of the move. It's like a shifting of where it goes. So let's do it. Let's lay the 9, and I'm gonna use chips here to mark how often this worked for us. How often does this lay of this number protect us down here? It doesn't matter yet if we win on the don't pass bet. It's really about the point of this thing is to do this and then fund that. And if we lose this, of course, you can come back down here. Now, an option you have too, by the way, is this. You can split it between the 5 and the 9. The payment is still the same. So think about this. This is another great move to me. The payment is still the same, right? $60 on the 9 pays 40. 30 on each pays 20 each. So you're still getting paid $40 down here. If you get picked off on, let's say, the 9, the 5 can come down and become your odds. It won't totally recover this, right? This loss, you lose 30. If a 7 comes here, you're going to win 30 plus 20. So it becomes a $20 win. It's an interesting way to view this. So we'll do just the 9 for now. We'll do just the one number now, not spread the risk out. Here we go. Let's roll it out and let's see how this works for us. Okay. This is the don't pass, get me out of the gate move. One of many of them. Okay, we have a 5, a 4, 1, 5, fever, 5 to start it out. So that's perfect. Puck goes to the 5. We can move our lay bet from a direct lay to a lay on the point. Let's mark the 5, 4, 1, 5. And I'm going to use a green chip down here to note how many times this works. I'll put them over here. We'll put greens and reds down here that don't pass. How many times did that move save us on the come out 7? Okay, I don't hedge with prop bets ever. So let's roll it out a couple times here. There's a 639. Well, we dodged a buy or roll, didn't we? 639. That's great. That's great. We just need to see a 7 before a 5. That's all. There it is. 7 before the 5. Beautiful. Beautiful. That worked out awesome. And the nice thing about this level here, 30 bucks or increments of 30 work for every don't pass bet. Every don't pass odds, $30 always works. 30 pays 20 on the 5 and 9, 30 pays 25 on the 6 and 8, 30 pays 15 for the 4 and 10. So when you go up in increments of 30, the math is easy, right? 60 pays 40. You're back up here on the lay 9. And in a rack is coming this much. We're going to bring back 50, 60, 70 bucks back to the rack on that win. So even if we get picked off up here now, you're still up by 10 bucks. So it just takes one win down there to make that work. Now, we're not going to talk don't pass strategy just yet. We could talk strategy. What do you do down there? By the way, 4-3. You can talk strategy. Do you press? Do you pull? Whatever. Not today. I'm just tracking the number of times that the move works. The simple move of laying the 9. And again, the 9 was chosen by skill. Very specifically, he chooses the 9. He's got a no 9 set that works for him. And I like the fact that 60 pays 40. So you're making money. You're making that 10 bucks on the 7. So I like the fact that it's a lower amount. If I put 60 on the 10, I'd only make exactly 30. So I like this better. Hey, 639, look at that. We got burned. 639, it's going to happen, of course. So I'm going to mark a red chip down here when we get burned. We're going to lose 60 bucks. So technically speaking, we're up 10 bucks. We can put another lay bet out there from our rack. My rack even on screen. There we go. We're up 10 bucks. Did I mark the 9? I did. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the 9s. Look at the 9s coming. But the 9s this morning were hot too out in the garage. 639 again. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't push this down here like I should have. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. We got B on the 9 coming out. I'm sorry. I screwed that up. I meant to put that down here. We got beat on the 9. You go back out here. Now, the option is obviously leave this alone or put the lay bet out. I would put that lay bet right back out there again. Strategy is not about this today. It's about getting to there. So we lost on the come out 9, and then we repeated ourselves and hit the 9 as a point. So we got whacked on that one. Not great. Not the end of the world either, though. All right, let's go back out. I'm going to reset everything. We'll go back with another lay bet. Again, just tracking the number of times that it works. Here we go. Puck is off, coming out. 5. 4, 1, 5. So again, that time it works. 2 times it worked. 1 time it didn't. 4, 1, 5. Move it down as a lay. Just keep hammering it. 3, 3, 6. 3, 3, hard 6. Flying V on that one. 4. 3, 1, 4. Where was that this morning? Come on. Where are my 4s out in the garage? 5, 3, 8. 8 easy. 8. 5, 3, 8. And no, I'm not doing crapsy this morning. I have found, there's my 9. That was a 7 or a 9, not a 7. I rolled it. I'm probably not going to do crapsy in the morning show anymore. I may do it in the morning paycheck one, but not here. That's a better place to do it, actually. In here, we go a little too fast in here, and I want to keep the demonstrations going on a good clip. There's a 4-1-5, so we lose again down there. 4-1-5, that's twice in a row. The don't pass loss. But again, this is not about the don't pass strategy itself. This is about the move up in here. Okay, so 4-1-5, let's do it again. $60 9. Let's see. Here we go. Coming out. Coming out. No 9, please. No 9. All right, we got a 5 again. So right back on that point of 5. 3, 2. So that time it worked. So it's worked 3 times. We got burned once. And again, we'll take this. Move it right down there as a lay bet. 10, 6, 4, 10, 10, 10. 6 and a 4. There's the hard 4. You son of a, you know what? 2, 2, hard 4. Needed you an hour ago, earlier. There's that 9, 5, 4. You're rolling a lot of 9s this morning. 5, 4, 9. Where's Big Nasty? Come on. 5, 3, 8. Hard. Are you freaking kidding me? God. Those of you who don't know, I was playing the 410 Bank Street this morning, looking for hard 4s and hard 10s out in the garage for my morning paycheck. 68 rolls in, I finally got 1. I've rolled 2 here in the first 10 rolls today. Of course, right? Yeah. There's another one, 6, 4, 10, right back to back 10s. Oh boy, if this happened an hour ago, we'd have been in profit, right? Today, look at this. Look at this, a 4. Oh my God. 3, 1, 4. Look at the last rolls. 10, 4, 9, 8, 10, 10, 4. Where was that an hour ago, right? This is what I'm saying. The 410 Bank Street, that strategy crushes it when you're in a hot streak like this. The 4s and 10s really come in bunches. Yeah, that is super frustrating. 5, 4, 9. Wow. Aces. This is a good little roll right here going on. 2, 2, or 1, 1 rather. But again, you're playing a don't, right? Don't is a patience play. Patience play. There's the midnight. 12s. 66. There she is. There, Big Nasty right there. 5, 2, 7. So that's good. That, as you know, it's going to pay $30 flat and $40 for those odds back there. That's beautiful. I'll take the odds and put them right back up on the 9 as a lay and bring the $70 back to the rack. Love it. Okay, now we go again, coming out. Let's come out. Let's see if the no 9 versus the don't wins. We're looking for a good ratio here, right? I'll explain that to you in a minute. There's aces right there. 1, 1 aces. Let's go, no 9. Anything but a 9. Nope, we got it again, 6, 3, 9. I'm tempting fate. You see how I'm yelling out the numbers like superstitiously? So we lose it. We lose the 9. That's a huge bummer. So the point's going to be 9. We can take our last win, move it out there as a lay, and that means that we're losing down here. Look at that. Hey, what do you think about math working out for you? Right? The probability is 3 to 2. The 6 beating the 9. Right now, we're actually ahead 3 to 2. We flipped it a little bit, which means, we're in okay shape right here. But I expect over time that will end up that'll end up reversing itself. 6, 3, 9 is the point. Here we go. 5, 1, 6. 5, 1, 6. That's the mixer. There's the 9, 5, 1, 6. And the reason why I say this is an important thing, when you look at and this is really the point, the takeaway point. When you're playing up in here and you say, well, the 9 has 4 ways to roll and the 6 has got 6 ways, or 7 has 6 ways to roll. You're at 3 to 2 disadvantage. You should see 3 6s and 2 9s over time. That should be the ratio that you see over time. This feels like, and this is very much like my YOLO, right? When I have the jackalope and I turn the bets on for 1 roll, and it's like, you only got to beat the 7 every 15 rolls 1 time, okay? Think about this gambit, the puck off gambit, as its own set of 36 rolls. So 36 times you come out. Of those 36 times, you should see 6 7s and you should see 4 9s over the 36 times that you have a come out roll. So that's an independent event. And I want you to realize that it's not just this 1 roll, and it's not over the course of 36 total rolls. Think about 36 separate come out rolls. And on the 36 separate come out rolls, you should be down 3 to 2 here. But you're getting paid right. So if you catch the right series, like we're in right now, you're actually ahead of the game. This has saved you more than it's hurt you. Because remember, each one of these right? Each one of these sevens here, or each one of these sevens that it saved you on, right, would have been a loss down there. All right. Actually, what I should be doing is this, not even that. What we really should be tracking, if you think about this, is the number of times we got beat by the 9, right? And the number of times that the 9 saved us on a 7. That's really the metric. I'm tracking the wrong thing. We should track come out 7s and come out 9s. And now I think we're actually, sorry about that. That's a better visual here. 2 come out 9s, no come out 7s yet. You expect this to be in the lead. Anyway, we're on a point of 9. Let's roll this one out. 2, 1, 3. I got a few more results here. 2, 1, 3, and then we'll play in there some more. I think the math that's interesting. 4, 1, 5. 4 and a 1. 5, 1, 6. Actually, what I'm going to do is this. I'll change that up in a minute. 5, 1, 6. 4, 3, 7. Okay, we got our money. The hand is over. That's a 4, 3, 7. We're going to lay the 9 again. We're going to take our $70 back to the rack. Now, let me put the right chips out there for us, because I think I was tracking the wrong thing. We had 3 times where it was no consequence. 3 times it was something other than a 9 or a 7. 2 times where it was a 9. No times where it was a 7. So far, this hasn't done anything for us. In other words, this has been here as a decoration, and that's it so far. Here we go. Coming out to it, there it is. There, that's perfect. I'm glad we can talk about it now. 4, 3, 7 on the come out. So this situation, you lose 30, but up here you win 40. So your 30 goes back, your net $10 to your rack, minus, of course, your dollar vig. And here's the case where it helped. I'll put a green chip in there for there's a time where we had come out 9, come out 7, come out anything else. This should end up being 6, 4, and 30 by the time we're done here. That's what you expect to see. Number of times that thing helps us out. All right, come out 7, 4, 3. Here we go. Another one. Look at that. Look at that. 5, 2, 7. 5, 2, 7. So the same transaction happens, right? This thing pays us a net of $10. You lose 30, you win 40, your net is 10, minus $1 or $2 in vig up here. The second time that it has saved us. That's very cool. 3 7s in a row, by the way. 1, 2, 3, ace deuce. If you're doing that pass line martingale, right now you're in a little bit of trouble. You're at level 3 of that Marty, which means you're up over, I think it's $1,400 across right now, looking for a point to be set. And there it is, 4, 3, 7. So we didn't get it. That martingale would have got burned right there, 4, 3, 7. That's a bummer. But again, the net is 10. $10 net. And we could, if you want to, we can do the vigs. We can take 5, get 3 back. There's your vig. We're back up. Now, the no 9 is saving us. We're ahead of schedule. We've gotten saved 3 times. We got burned twice. We're ahead. That's made us money, which is kind of neat. Kind of neat. 5, 1, 6. The Sideshow Gamble Mixer, the KitchenAid. 5, 1, 6, or as Greg calls it, Area 51. There's a 9, 5, and a 4. That's, oh, I didn't put the lay down here. So we got a point of 6, right? 5, 4, 9. And again, on the adult side, $30 works great. On the 6th, 30 is going to pay 50. So again, any 30 is going to pay 25. So 60 pays 50. So anytime you have a multiple of $30 as a lay bet on any number, it's always going to be a proper bet. So again, 30, 6 pays 5 to 6, pays 5 to 6. $5. There's five. Oh my God, there's 6 5s and 30. So it's 5 to 6. You get paid a quarter. I can't speak this morning. So $30, great number. Move our lay from here to there. That's the whole play. Let's beat the 6, can we? Can we beat the 6? 6, 5, yo. 6, 5, yo. Let's beat that 6. Beat that 6. There's a aces. Boring. 1 and a 1. Come on. Let's go, Mrs. Salty. Let's go. 5. 6, 2, 8 that time. Come on. I want to get more. Oh, are you seriously? 5, 5, heart 10. Every time I see a heart 4, heart 10, I'm going to cringe. There's a 1, 2, 3. Ace deuce. Another good roll by Randy over here. 2, 1, 3. There's the 6. She got us. The 6 got us. The mixer came through and took our don't money, which is a bummer. But we have enough in here to come back at it, I think. There's our 30. And up here we've got 50, 60. We have $5. $5 in the rack, and there's our $2 vig for our lay. Puck is off. Here we go, coming out to a new number. Look at that thing spin. Oh, you hard 10. 5 and a 5. 5 and a 5, hard 10. Oh my God. How much do you love that? We're gonna move that lay bet right down there as odds on the point and let it roll out. So that would be a case there where, again, it's a nothing. Nothing happened there. Actually, the 6 also was a nothing case. We had 5 times of nothing happening. 3 times the 9 saved us on the 7. 2 times we got picked off. Points 10. We'll just do a few more of these, and you get a sense of it. Again, it's not about the don't pass so much today as it is about the come out phase of the don't pass. 6, 5, yo. Don't pass strategies can be boring. Oh no, we got picked off. 6, 4, 10. Wow, we got picked off on the don't. Bummer, bummer, bummer. All right, we're gonna lose that. I'm gonna come back out from the bank. We're gonna take a loan out. Do the same thing. $30 lay or $60 lay down there, $30 flat down here. Let's come out to a 9. Ooh, the 9 got us. We got picked off again up here. That's a bummer. There's the 9. We got to come into here from our rack, and that would be a case where the 9 beat us. The 9 beat us. So here you expect this to be 3-2 like it was. Now the 9 caught up a little bit. So we're even where we shouldn't be. All right, points 9. 5, 4. What time is it? We have enough time to do a couple more shooters here? I can do one more. This shooter plus one more, and then we'll call it. 5, 1, 6. Unless this one goes 30 rolls, we'll do one more shooter after this. 5, 1, 6. I want to get another look at the math down there. Either way, we're going to be outside of expectation, which is kind of cool. 2, 2 or 1, 1 rather. 1, 2, 3. There's a 2 and a 3 back to back. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you suck. Come on, man. Golly. 2, 2, hard 4. Unreal. And there's the midnight. There's the midnight, 6, 6. Wow. This is looking like we got, in this roll, let me take a look here. We got the 2, the 3, the 4, no 5s, a 6, an 8, a 9, a 10. We have everything. We have the tall. We're just missing the 5 for the small. This roller here has got everything but the 5. That's cool. A little bit of, and there it is right there, the 7, the 6, and the 1. All right, so last shooter right here. Last shooter here, we're gonna get paid, of course, down here. Let's reset everything though. Okay, we'll get paid our $70. Move it to the rack. Okay, here we go. Last come out roll. We'll see what happens over here. Coming out. What do we have? A 5. There's the 5. One roll too late, of course, right? There's the 5. This is a roll. No consequence. Didn't matter that we had the lay here. Move the lay down the bottom. 4, 1, 5. Let's just play it out. Midnight, train to Georgia. 6, 6, midnight. 10. 6 and a 4, that's a 10. Another midnight. 6, 6. Ace, deuce, 1, 2, 3. 8, 6, 2. 6, 2, 8. There's a 6, 4, 10. Come on. A little bit of FOMO here from the right side, guys. I'm sure. Another 8, 5, and a 3. This is another good roll here. 5, 3, 8, easy. What do we got here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 box numbers. That's good. There's our point. So we'll resolve the point. All this goes away, which is fine. Again, it's not about the don't pass today. It's about the come out strategy for the don't. Now let's look at this again. We had today 3, 6, 9, 12 come out rolls. So not quite even half of, you see, you really can't make a full assessment of this. But again, the 9 should beat this, or the 7 should beat the 9 3 out of every 5 times, right? 2 wins, 3 losses on the 9 or the 5. You expect that, okay? If you look at it over here, and that's again over 36 straight rolls, that's what you expect to see. But remember the come out sequence when the puck is off, consider that as its own set of 36 rolls. So out of 36 come out rolls, I expect to see 3 7s and 2 9s, right? That's what you expect to see, or 3 7s and 2 9s. That's what you expect to see, right? In this series, we're here, we're a little bit ahead. The 9s are ahead of the 7. Even though it looks even, you're outperforming. You've seen more 9s than you should have seen in this short period of time. Here, this strategy did not work today, right? Unless your 7s are outpacing the 9s, you're not working. This today did not work well, okay? I expected to be here. You expect to have the 9 win for you. The 7 pays you 1 extra time. Today we're even up, so it's a net loss. But again, remember when you're doing a come out strategy like this, right? Treat the come out roll as its own independent set of 36 rolls, not as part of the 36 that are coming. And that's the same thing. And I'll leave you with this demonstration because I think it's important to see this, right? I'm going to set up a quick 160 across here. And we're going to set up the jackalope, $30 jackalope, where these bets up in here are off. Okay? That's a simple jackalope. Now, you're playing up in here, and again, when you get triggered, we roll a 5, lose the lay bet, and we trigger these bets to be on. I expect that 6 out of 36 times that we get triggered, we're going to lose the across bet. I'm not expecting this and the roll that's going on to be any kind of interplay at all. Okay, there's an 8. So that'd be 1 time out of 36 times that we were on that I count. I think it's important to see that. And I think a lot of people miss that piece of it. When you're YOLOing like this and it's every so often that you're on, that's an independent set of 36 rolls. The come out series, the off, is an independent set of 36 rolls or events, right? 36 come out events, you should see the 3-to-2 ratio. That's an important thing. Don't forget that. I think I don't call that out enough. The independence of those things, because we tend to look at rolls in chunks, right? And if you think about that distribution, that bar graph that I showed you earlier, the bar graph looks only at all the rolls, all 1,000 rolls in total. But if you did a separate bar graph, let me go back to the screen here. I'm going to show you this. Let's go to this view here. You see that? So if we did this view here, this is the view of all, this is our random, this is our morning, look at the morning show. Morning show is like basically perfect random. This right here is all 1,500 rolls put together. If I were to take out and do just the come out rolls only, it would look the exact same, but just for the come out sequence. If I did just this bar chart here for the YOLO rolls, it would look the exact same too. So remember the YOLOs, the come outs, those independent things that are not worrying about the puck when it's on, treat them as different. And that's why I like this box hits per shooter. So this essentially, this box hits per shooter stat that we're looking at here is essentially looking at the bar chart after the puck's on. This is like the puck is on bar chart type of thing. So I think that's an important thing. I may actually break the stats out and give you some bar charts like this that show come out bar chart and box number bar chart. So you can see how that distribution works out. Because I think it's fascinating. And you can't forget that. You can't forget that. All right. So there it is. There it is right there. That's our morning show rollouts. All right. Let me go ahead. Yeah, you're saying don't let them, and again, so let's put this up here. I should be on the other screen, but great point. That's a great point right there. You don't lay the numbers that are rolling ahead. The 9's rolling ahead today. We know that. But again, the strategy is, and you know how I do this, right? The strategy is lay the 9. This is the way that Skill and Luck runs it. He lays the 9 on the come out roll. He does that because he's got a set that doesn't get the 9s. I don't know that I have a no 9, anti-9 set like he does, but the point is that's the strategy. So that's what we're going to do. So there it is. And that's it. And it's a one roll thing. So here we go. I'm going to go check cues. Let me go back to the other screen so you can see my lovely face. Let's go back here and I'll check the questions and make sure there's nothing that I missed before I go to work. Let's see. Vince or Skill says do my PC real quick. I will do that now. Let's see. PC. Let's see. Look, oh wow, there's lots of things directed at me. So Chris should have also, yes. So this is going back to earlier. Let's talk about this. I know we're out of sequence here, but Skill says if they both agreed to it, then they stick to it. But you wouldn't agree to it. I get that, right? And that's more of a personal taste thing. That's kind of what I was asking for earlier. And Texas Dicer says Chris should also have had to go in and play the full round, right? That was that second question. Like, do you keep playing? And I kind of think you should keep playing for 3 shooters. Like just because Tiro went out in 3 or in shooter number 1, Chris has a chance to make more money. And he also is then forced to go all in. I think that's a mistake in the rules, but we didn't start out with that as a rule. So we can't jack it in now, but I think that should have been at play. So if we do the all in thing again, I think we'll put that in place. And I think we're also, next time we do this, we'll do the, you got to play all 3 shooters. Everybody plays all 3 shooters no matter what for the next one. What else is here? Oh yeah, you know what, Skill, I'll do this later on. I'll do this on a different day. I got to make sure that I'm allowed to share Michael's email with everybody. But Michael Shackelford last year in the Crapsathon said on the topic of dice control that nobody can do it. And given proof or given a set of rolls, he'd be more than happy to do analysis. So I've taken from George all of George's rolls. George from CY rolls every day, every night, twice a day, hundreds of rolls. I think I've got 35,000 rolls or something from George that we gave to Michael. Michael ran them in his analysis and has a result. Like Michael said, like George is holding off that 7 a little bit. And should be pretty proud of that. But I'll make sure that we share that. Michael's going to write an article, and the reason why I say it, Michael's going to write an article for his website detailing the analysis of George's throws. And I don't want to take Michael's thunder from that, but he's going to cover that for sure. He's not going to run from it. I can guarantee you that. All right. And Duracell says what I was saying earlier. You're making my point, right? It's still a bell curve, but we showed influence. I think that's cool, right? I think having the perfect bell curve, but with influenced results within it, I think that's really cool. I think that's actually the controlled random thing that I'm kind of going for here. I don't think I can have an SRR of 8 and have nothing but 5s or whatever, nothing but 5s or 9s peeking out. But I think I can have an SRR of 6 and have every roll be 6, right? That would be pretty damn cool. I think you're right. So anyway, it's 9. I've been talking to y'all for 2 straight hours, right? You're probably tired of me, but it's okay. I love you anyway. Love you all anyway. Thanks for being here. I got to go to work. It's been a good morning. I wish I would have won money this morning. We didn't. Maybe tomorrow we will. But that's the point of my daily paycheck. The daily paycheck show in the morning is just to see strategy run against live rolls, win crap style. No variation. It's interesting. We're working hard on some of these things that we shouldn't be working so hard on, but it tells me I'm not bringing 5K to work that hard. So you're learning along with me which ones you would do every single day given that money. You can see the ebbs and flows in real time. So anyway, that's it, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you tonight, hopefully for practice if I'm not too whooped. But if not, I'll see you in the morning. Have a great day. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. See y'all later. Bye. Didn't end? There we go.